Stop implementing AI in your business before you watch this video, because nowadays we all know that AI is a hot topic. Every business owner, every founder, they want AI yesterday. And the problem is that they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to get the return on their investment, but they want to force staff inside the company to use AI. But what is the correct way? So I'm a business operation advisor, a former COO. And if I come to your business right now as your COO or advise you on your business, I would tell you to do the complete opposite before implementing AI. And I will force you to go through some processes before we just look at any AI system out there. And this is how we do it together. First of all, I want to understand the business. What's going on behind the scenes? How the back office looks like for you. And to do that, we need to do a complete process map of your entire company. I want to understand what is your top line revenue, what is your bottom line revenue. I want to understand how many team members do you have, head of the departments, do they have proper job descriptions and responsibilities, how hands-off are moving from one department to another or from one person to another person. Do you have a standard operating procedures? What about your financial numbers? Are they clean? Did you audit them recently? Do you know what are the softwares or systems that you are overpaying right now? Or maybe they are underutilized. Because this is a really important fact. I was checking the Oracle's website the other day, and it says only 26% of employees are utilizing their ERP softwares. If you don't know what ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning. Imagine that you have a big expensive software and only 26% of employees are using it. If you look at your CRM system, if you look at your project management software or other softwares that you're using inside the company, I would ask you this question. Are we utilizing these softwares efficiently or not? And to what degree exactly? So once we do the process map, we come up with all these problems. We see where are the bottlenecks. Do we have clean data to feed the AI that we are trying to implement or not? Do we have clear processes? And if we are implementing AI right now, is it gonna solve any of these problems for us or not? So process map is very simple. I have another video that I just gonna link it over here, and you can go watch it. It's a very simple process, but it can be time consuming. Once you have the process map, you have all of your departments, their tasks, their data, how their KPIs, for example, how they operate, and where are the overlaps here. You understand that certain areas inside your business can benefit from automation. I give you an example. I used to work in sales for many years. I was selling software as a service, SaaS. And in that job, one of the things that we needed to do, we needed to update our CRM after every conversation. And I was calculating back in the day. It took me maybe an hour or 2 hours a day to just update the CRM after every call, every conversation, every presentation. And we wanted to make it as detailed as possible. And that process was very time consuming. Imagine having 2 extra hours as a salesperson to just call more prospects or just build relationship with your current customers, picking up the phone and telling them, guys, how are you doing? I'm just checking up on you. That can change a lot for the company and can bring more return on our investment and increase our revenue, of course. So if there is opportunities to automate certain processes to save time for our employees inside the company, then AI can just do an amazing job for us. But if not, then what are we doing exactly? Because the job of the AI is not to replace your human beings. You have implicit knowledge inside your company. People who work in your company for 5, 10, maybe 15 years. And these people have deep knowledge. They know all the curves of your business, all the exceptions, things that you cannot just learn after working for a month or two or feed AI and ask to do it for you. Especially in different cultures and backgrounds, negotiations, are really important, you need to know how to navigate certain cultural norms too. So the goal is to be more efficient. And for that reason, process map shows us our problems. Then we get them fixed before implementing AI. We need to document our own processes too. Standard operating procedures, it's a word that everybody uses, but it shouldn't be that complicated. It's just a series of tasks that a person does on a daily basis. That's very simple. We need to document it in a way that people can use, right? Because most of the time, if you have a document somewhere, nobody's gonna read it. Now, especially nowadays, nobody's gonna read anything. So you want to make things simple for your employees to train them in a way that they can use those documents for you. So building Loom videos, for example, and coming up with folders and cleaning up all those things that you're trying to teach them in folder step by step, and they can use it as a reference. And especially when you're not in the room, they can go and watch the video or something comes up, they can refer to. That's a game changer. And all of these videos, all of these PDFs and documents that you're creating should be improved every 3 to 6 months by the people that are using them. That's going to be the part of culture building. And then you can feed this clean, polished data to your AI, and the AI can come in to improve those processes for you and those documents. I remember it took me maybe 2-3 weeks to write a standard operating procedures back in the day. But right now, 5 minutes, you have your SOPs. Of course, you need to have a correct prompt, you need to have a correct structure, and AI should have some knowledge and background about the business that you're doing too. So you need to give it clean data so it can give you a clean output as well, useful output. So all of those things that are mundane, repetitive, and can save time and buy back time for your employees and for you as a founder of the company can be automated through AI. Once I have everything cleaned, all of my books, all of my processes, all of the tasks, overlapping jobs cleaned out, data is clean, we know that everything is good, then we want to hire someone or just assign this responsibility to someone who is inside the organization to implement AI. And that should be slowly, and should be with clear training for employees too. And data security is very, very important nowadays too. So you need to pay attention. I'm not going to get into that. But once you bring the AI and train employees and making sure that this is not going to replace your job, guys. This is going to just save you a lot of time so we can focus on things that can bring us revenue, can increase the value of our services and products and build better relationship with our customers. Then your employees would understand it as well. Which actually I was on a call today with some of the COOs, and they told me it's all about incentives. And they're right. You need to incentivize your employees so they can look at this as a tool, as a function that they can use on a daily basis instead of competing against. And that's the whole point of implementing AI inside your organization. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment or reach out to me directly. I would be happy to help you out and answer any questions. But don't make the mistake to implement an AI before cleaning up your process. And if you got value out of this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.